For a long time, I ignored my phone, brushing aside the small alerts that once meant nothing. But one morning, curiosity slipped past my restraint. I grabbed her phone without thinking, an old habit I thought I had buried, and then I froze. His name was right there on the screen, impossible to miss. Just a short message, a couple of harmless lines at first glance, yet it struck me with the weight of 1,000 truths I wasn't ready to face. My hands shook, not with fury, but with the cold realization that the life I thought I had was built on a lie. A year's worth of laughter, whispered promises, late-night talks, and tender gestures suddenly fell hollow, like fragile glass ready to break at the slightest touch. Without a word, I walked out. I didn't glance back. My thoughts spun in a storm of disbelief. How could she let another person take root in spaces I believe were ours alone? The city swallowed me up as I wandered aimlessly, numb to everything. The wind stung my face but brought no warmth to my chest. Days blurred into weeks. Calls went unanswered, texts ignored. The apartment sat quiet, reflecting the emptiness I carried inside. Friends tried to reach me, but their voices felt distant, drowned out by the chaos in my head. I had believed love would be enough. I had believed honesty, no matter how difficult, was the foundation of everything. I was wrong. When she finally came by, she looked the same, smiling, expecting me to open the door with familiar warmth. But I couldn't. I let her stand there, words faltering, her presence heavy with guilt that no apology could erase. Silence hung between us, thick with everything unspoken, with the trust that had slowly decayed. I said nothing. Words felt powerless compared to betrayal. I turned away, choosing the quiet company of my own thoughts. Silence became both my protection and my punishment for replacing faith in someone who hadn't cherished it. Months passed. Piece by piece, I rebuilt myself. I found comfort in routines, peace in quiet spaces, and eventually strength in solitude. Walking away hadn't been a loss. It had been a turning point. I gained clarity, freedom from the constant fear that love could disappear at the sight of someone else's name. Then, a year later, she appeared again. Her face was lined with regret, her eyes carrying a pain I had never wanted to see. But her suffering couldn't erase the deception. She struggled to speak, to piece together apologies that collapsed under the weight of guilt. I listened, not with rage, but with understanding. I had been wounded, yes, but I had also grown. That pain had shaped me into someone stronger, someone who knew the worth of honesty and respect. In the end, I realized love without trust is nothing more than a fragile illusion, beautiful on the surface, but destined to shatter.